Brandon, I'm wearing, in summer bash fashion, I'm wearing pink. Brandon's wearing purple. At home, what weight we're in at welterweight?
Welterweight is the 170-pound division. Most of these guys, they're your average size for your American male, so it's one of the more heavily contested divisions.
Yeah, definitely competitive.
Extremely.
Yeah. If you want to make it as a welterweight, you are going to have to be something special.
Yep.
A part of. And this man is absolutely got knowledge for days within the fight game, and he sees things that even the most seasoned viewer or fighter or even coach, he'll see things that they won't catch, and so that's one of the reasons we're honored to have Brandon here tonight. Our referee giving last-minute instructions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gas Monkey Live and XKO Summer Bash! Before we begin, we'd like to recognize the TDLR officials. Executive Producer, Greg Alvarez. Lead Inspector, Arturo Martinez. Our referees, Seth Fuller and Bergie Stillwagner. Our timekeepers are Hector Martinez and Arthur White. Our judges are Javier Martinez, Dan Mathisen, and Marconi Nascimento. Our physicians are Dr. Steve Landers. And now, this fight is brought to you by Next Bank. It is scheduled for 3 rounds in the XKO welterweight division. And now, introducing first, fighting out of the Next Bank blue corner, a freestyle fighter. He stands 6 feet, 1 inch tall, weighing in 170 pounds. Fighting out of Waxahachie, Texas, presenting Sean Moriarty. And now across the cage, his opponent, fighting out of the Jim Ross red corner, a freestyle fighter. He stands 6 feet, 2 inches tall, with an official weight of 168 pounds, making his amateur debut, fighting out of Dallas, Texas, introducing DARWIN.
Very short window that you're actually going to be effective as a fighter.
The ring, Bergie Stillwagner.
Man, I tell you what, Darwin Johnson is a big man.
He's ripped up.
I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. We'll touch gloves now, back to your corner, and we'll come out.
I'd say Johnson probably came back up about 20 pounds after weigh-in.
Absolutely. All right, folks, as we get ready to start, Sean in the blue shorts and black. Darwin in the burnt orange shorts.
A little trouble with the cage doors.
I think that was user error. Sean coming out southpaw. Darwin coming out orthodox. And there's the wrestling you were talking about.
Pretty good takedown, a lot of wild swinging.
Yeah, he's trying to finish this quick.
This is why you don't judge what they look like.
That's absolutely right.
Good cage defense, good turn.
Nice knee to throw in there.
If he can catch that high crotch. Actually, that was a good leg defense.
Which is something you would expect being with former UFC champion Johnny Hendricks.
Absolutely. Both of them seem to have a decent cage IQ.
And for Sean being, his second fight, and this is Darwin's first fight, still a lot of butterflies there.
Yeah. Definitely. That was a little bit of overextension by Darwin. A lot of these guys, when they're this early in their amateur career, are still trying to find their way in the cage, trying to figure out what works and doesn't work for them.
Yeah, and you see Sean really trying to pin those legs together of Darwin to try and get that takedown. Darwin's got one hand up underneath the neck, and it looks like he may try to go for a short choke or guillotine here, which often plays into that fighter's hands.
Yeah, a lot of times if you try to catch a guillotine when your back's to the cage, you're going to get taken down. You give them a handle for their head.
Now he needs to base out further. You're going to, yep, that's what's going to happen.
Moriarty's pretty relentless. He pushes real well.
Yeah, Johnson doing a good job of defending and get back to his feet up against the cage, but obviously in the judge's eyes, you're losing it there.
If you're on top, you're winning.
That's right.
Johnson looks a little bit confused, a little bit lost.
And you have to think a lot of that has to do with nerves. First fight, your adrenaline's pumping. You got a big adrenaline dump going on in there. Like right there, he should probably just start pounding some punches in to loosen Moriarty up.
Or get around headward and sprawl.
Yep.
Okay, so he's trying to set up a Dar, so he's going to try to roll out with it. Here he goes.
Now we're going to see how strong he is because he's in a strange position to try and get that.
If he can hook that leg, he might have something, but...
I tell you what, that looks pretty deep, though.
Front headlock.
What do you think? I mean, does that look deep to you? It does to me.
No. Moriarty's pretty okay. As long as he's got that arm out there.
Yeah, right. Okay, the arm is extended, correct.
Yeah.
10 seconds left in the first round.
Yeah, he'll make it out of the round.
And this is, that's a great submission attempt. Nice to see Johnson get some strikes in there.
Absolutely.
And I think personally, Johnson after that first round, he definitely lost.
Yeah, but he'd had a nice little comeback in the last 20, 30 seconds.
And I think actually letting his hands go just a little bit, just to be like, okay, I'm actually going to punch this guy and mean it.
Right.
I think that's going to give him a little confidence going into round number 2.
Yeah. I think fitness might come into play. Looks like Moriarty's pretty tired.
Yeah, well, he was definitely chasing the takedown quite a bit.
Yeah.
As you see Coach Johnny Hendricks in his corner giving him instructions.
Yeah, Moriarty was definitely burning hot through the whole round. And that's kind of an experience thing. He wasn't really managing his gas really well. Johnson seemed to be managing gas a little bit better, mostly because he was kind of confused with the difference in styles.
I tell you, definitely a learning experience when you come in for your first fight.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are set now for our round number 2. See what's in the gas tank of both these men. See if Johnson has got a little more comfortable and willing to start throwing those hands a little more, be maybe perhaps a little more aggressive and on the offensive here.
Moriarty's definitely breathing heavier.
Now, you like to see Johnson go ahead and just line up something straight down the pipe here.
He should be stepping out and landing that cross.
Oh, he got caught. Chins up. He got caught twice. Man, tell you what.
That guillotine again.
Yep. You talk about a fortunate way to get your chin, or an unfortunate way to test your chin.
Yeah.
Boy, that chin was up high. Moriarty really caught him twice very well.
After that kind of success, I'm not sure that I would have taken a shot.
Well, I guess that goes back to the training.
Yeah.
If you're trained, I want to get you on the ground. You go away from it. You don't realize, hey, I just peppered this guy real well.
I had him rocked.
And he did have him rocked. You can see it. You can see it in Johnson's eyes.
Yeah. Moriarty came in really low. His head was down quite a bit. That would probably have been Johnson's best chance for any sort of headward sub.
Now here's his chance to escape. If I'm Johnson, I'm up on my feet.
I would be moving right now.
Pushing out. Yeah, you gotta keep moving. Moriarty feels that.
Yeah, he's coming over the top to try to keep him down. You can hear Bedford yelling wrestle. At this point, Moriarty has a choke. He can lay in a guillotine right here and smash Johnson into the cage, and this fight's over.
Well, he let him out of that.
Yep.
Johnson's now pushing the head down, which you really need to do to cage escape from this position.
Absolutely.
Climb that cage up, and he's doing a real fine job here. He's just going to have to get those legs wide.
I think Moriarty's pretty tired. So he's just hanging on for dear life right now.
Yeah, Johnson makes it out of this, and I agree. He's putting so much energy into that, Brandon.
Yeah.
And you figure with a amateur, you're coming in, that adrenaline dump is going to make him even more tired. And right here, you got the head down, use the other hand if you can free it up and start peppering him in the ear.
Absolutely.
Got to be creative with those shots. Yeah, those are that's smart. Let the guy look at
That's not bad. He can catch a get up from here.
But why do it? I mean, he's landing, he's scoring really well. That uppercut there, Brandon, really looked. Moriarty got his head up underneath there.
Absolutely. He does want to scoot around and get off the cage. Those punches aren't going to stop the fight, but they're definitely getting him space.
Well, he's done a good job of grapevining Johnson's leg.
Yes.
And that's what's keeping Johnson from getting up, because Johnson's done everything correctly at this point. Now he's tied up both of them there.
There
Johnson
you go. Bend your knee.
Yeah, and that's, oh man, I tell you what, wow.
And those are going to hurt.
Those are really.
He can finish the fight if he can get out in front of this kid.
Yep. And Johnson's actually being really smart. He realizes he's having to pick his shot.
Wait on it. He's going to wait on it, survive his 10 seconds.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done by Johnson to survive that. I tell you, Shody's got a hell of a chin.
Yeah, he does, but there's been a couple of rounds in a row here where Johnson's made a comeback at the end. I think fitness is a big issue. Moriarty looks gassed.
Yeah, he's hurt for sure. He's, like you said, he's definitely been burning it from the very beginning.
If Johnson can come out and pull the trigger early, this fight could be over.
Yeah. Well, he's going to need to keep that chin down.
Yes.
And I'd like to see, not sure what his striking ability is, but.
Well, he's got Rafael Casillas in his corner, so his boxing should be pretty decent.
Right. I don't know. I'm watching Johnson's corner is doing exactly what I was going to say. I'd like to see him get low and use
throw the cross to the body.
Just give him just a massive cross.
Yep.
Because with Moriarty, okay, I think that they're going to call it.
Are they saying he's done?
Cutman, it's over. Johnson's going to win. He's not going to be able to come out. Moriarty is done. Johnson is going to win this fight. He did some damage with those punches. I tell you, besides being gassed, Brandon, those punches,
they look pretty good.
It's over. It's over. They called it. They called it.
TKO. Didn't answer the bell. Yeah, he didn't answer the bell, so we're...
Sean Moriarty unable to answer the bell. Obviously had some damage, forcing it to where he could not see out of, I believe from what his corners were showing, couldn't see out of his right eye very well.
Left eye.
And the cut man said, no, he can't keep going. So Johnson got away with taking a couple heavy shots and then being able to line up some really solid shots on his, with his back against the cage.
Yep. Well, it goes to show you, you can lose rounds and still win a fight. The person standing at the end is the one that's going to win.
That's right.
I really think fitness played a big factor in this, because Moriarty just got tired and he just hung on while he was getting peppered.
That's a helpless feeling.
Yes.
Nothing worse than not having the gas to go.
No, it sucks. And one of the things you learn early on as a fighter is when you go back to the corner, if a cut man or a doctor comes and asks if you can see, even if you can't see, you tell them you can see.
Unless you don't want to go.
Yeah, if you say I can't see, that fight's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Percy Stillwagner, has called a stop to the contest at 10 seconds into your third and final round, declaring your winner by TKO, Darwin Johnson.
Folks, that's what you can look like if you train hard and take your vitamins. Because Darwin Johnson comes in his first ever MMA fight, gets the win, and not only that, he does so and looks like an absolute action figure.
He is pretty ripped up.
He is ripped up. That is a young man that could probably be in movies. Yeah, the first victory smile. He is going to sleep well tonight.
Absolutely. I would have liked to see what he could do letting his hands go.
Absolutely. Well, maybe we'll see him back at the next event.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Darwin Johnson.
Mark Idle and Austin Powers.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at Gas Monkey Live in Dallas, Texas. Scott Groff with Brandon Crick. And got a nice little warm up there in the amateur division of the welterweights. Darwin Johnson winning via TKO.